You know, in this part of Africa, how it is difficult for children to actually, or parents to talk about sex. Yeah, we find it hard. It's like a taboo. Nobody talks about sex. You can't even talk about your sexual organs. Some parents don't even, they say, go your bum bum, your, you know, they don't use the actual word. You know, parents, even during my time as a teenager, I noticed that my parents find it hard to talk about our private parts. You know, okay, the breast aspect. When they try to talk about your private part, it's as if they are doing something that they shouldn't do. You know, and I know growing up, it was difficult to ask certain questions because you were made to feel like you're spoiled if you ask certain questions, if you begin to imagine certain things. So most of the things I learned as a teenager, I would say I learned from my peers. You know how those spoiled kids, I'm not a spoiled kid, so you know how those spoiled kids in school would learn something and they would want to come and teach the others, and they'll start talking about it. So, you know, my parents were there for me for those things. They weren't strict, they were very understanding, they're jovial, you can talk to them, you can gist. But I'm like wondering now as an adult why it was difficult for them to talk about sex. So this brings me to my question. When is the right time to talk about sex with teenagers? When is the right time to talk about sex with teenagers? You know, right now I have a 16-year-old, I would say, a 15-year-old, because she just clocked 16, forgive me, you know, and very soon my son will be clocking 16. Forgive me. I'm getting everything mixed up. So very soon my son will be clocking 13, will become a teenager. Yeah, and I'm asking myself, are you going to toe the route of your parents? Although, because I am aware of those gaps right from when they were babies, when they were little babies, I try to make them comfortable talking about themselves, talking about their parts, mentioning the names of their parts as they should. Because if they cannot mention it in front of me, is it when they go outside that they will go and mention it? Is it when they go outside that they will go and mention it? You know what they say, charity begins at home. So I try to make them relax. I don't go vulgar. When I'm saying do this, like I'm dating someone, I'll say, wash your so and so. Oh, I noticed that, like, when I started, you know, somehow they were kind of uncomfortable. Although I started very young, they were like, oh, mommy, don't say that. What is that? And in my language too, because I'm trying to teach them, I've been trying to teach them our language right from when they were small, you know. I'll say, this is this, this is that, that is that, you know. So my question is, when you talk to your girl child as an adult, as a mom, when do you think it's right to talk to your girl child about boyfriends, or you think they don't know anything about it? You'll be surprised. So I would say the best time to talk to, like, I have a 16-year-old now, although she's getting ready to go to school, to go to uni. The best time is when she was 12. The best time is when she was 10. The best time is when she was 9, you know. Okay, say maybe not the boyfriend aspect, about her body, about the changes that are yet to come. You know, for those of us that have daughters that are yet to menstruate, don't wait until she becomes a teenager to let her know that this is what women go through. You get what I mean? If you have a 9-year-old, at least I think from 9, because these days some girls start menstruating from 9. So if you have like a daughter who is 7, you let her know that this is why you were created a lady. These are some of the things your body can do that a boy cannot do. And if you have a boy child, make them understand that this is how different you are from a girl. This is what girls are able to do with their body. This is why God created them the way they are. This is why they have such organs and such organs and such organs. And as a boy, this is why you have such organs. One time my kids were playing, and the junior one came and said, mommy, the senior one hit my pee-pee, you know. And I remembered, see, these people need to understand that these organs are not things you play with. You don't hit someone in their penis. You can't come and be playing any kind of play. So jokingly, funny me, I went into their room. I was like, why would you do that? Don't you want me to see my grandchildren? She said, mommy, oh, what has that got to do with anything? I said, think about it. What do you think it has to do with, you know? So I left the room, and that kept him puzzling. You know, he was thinking about what I said. And later he came to me and was like, mommy, what do you mean by, do you want to see, don't I want you to see your grandchildren? And I was like, you know, God has created every part of the body for a purpose. Your ears are for hearing, your eyes are for seeing, your mouth is for taste, talking, you know, all of that, your nose for smelling. Why do you think God created that part? So, for weeing, I say yes, urinating, that is part of it. But there's another very important purpose that God gave you that. And that is for procreation, to create another human. When you get married, you will need that to create another human, and that is one major purpose God created us on this earth. I was like, I said, do you get it now? Yes. So that is why I say I want to see my grandchildren. My grandchildren are those children that you give birth to using your penis when you are matured and married. I was like, okay. And I felt like, okay, I did something there. I still was able to teach him. I still was able to pass the message and make him understand without shying away from using the exact words and saying things as they are. So did he get what I said? Yes, I think he did. Was I vulgar? No. Would it be strange to him when he goes outside? I don't think so. So that is what I am trying to say. Don't wait until you think they are out of 2018 before you start talking. Some parents don't even, because they've built this culture of not being able to talk about the body parts, talk about what each part of the body, how to care for the body, like for the ladies and for the guys too, how you're supposed to care for the body. Some parents wait until a girl starts menstruating and say, okay, do this is what you'll be doing. No, you don't wait until your daughter starts menstruating before you teach her about taking care of herself during her monthly cycle. So I am recommending that you start from when the child is 8. If you want to be late, you can start as young as 7. Let them know about their body pattern, what to expect. It's not too late, and make them comfortable talking about some of these things. If they have any question, they can come to you. And me, most of the things I convey it in a funny way, so they will laugh and laugh, but at the end of the day, they've gotten the message I am trying to pass. So how do you talk to your children about sex and their sexual organs? How do you talk to them? Do you talk to them seriously, like do you call like a conference meeting or one-on-one, or do you do it humorously like I do? I would like to hear, and I would like to hear what you think. And when do you think is the right time to start talking to your children about sex, boyfriend, pregnancy, teenage pregnancy, STDs and all of that, and abstinence? When do you think is the right time? I would love to hear from you. All right, see you later. Bye.